All right, guys, CryptoSavy here. We are going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, and at the end of the video, we're going to be giving away our free t-shirt. I'll be picking a random comment from throughout the week from one of the videos. Definitely stick around for that. You can also leave your comment down below to get you entered to win next Sunday's free t-shirt giveaway. So definitely don't forget to do that. Also, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, guys. There's also some affiliate links down there that really help the channel out. I do think there may be a huge move coming within the next few days, if not today, if not by the time this video comes out. We will be taking a look at that, and I'll be taking a look at also the bearish case, so definitely stick around. Should be a good video. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. All right, let's look at the fear and greed index first. We're at 28. Yesterday, we were at 32, so it did drop down 4 points. Again, guys, I don't base a lot off of this, but it is fun to watch. I'm going to look at the headlines real quick, and let's do a refresh just in case. They're talking about the Deutsche Bank, or however you pronounce that, massive multi-trillion dollar. They're saying by 2030 that fiat will be extinct, basically. It'll be a digital world, money-wise, monetary. There's also, it says 15% jump to 8,500 on the table. Bitcoin volatility is up. Liquid, most of these are from yesterday, 9 hours ago. Death spiral and BTC. Here's one 8 hours ago. Bitcoin weekly forecast. Bitcoin won't go quietly. Yeah, the mixed news. So anyways, let's get into this real quick. We'll start out with the monthly. Bitcoin on the monthly, as you know, I have this drawn out, this arc in the RSI. If we remain above this, we should have a nice jump. We're also going to be taking a look at Litecoin for those of you that like Litecoin. I do believe Litecoin and Bitcoin, watching them together, is good. They do kind of hint towards what the next move the other one's doing. But I do want to take a look at the monthly, zoom in a little bit. We're still in between the 21 and the 13 EMA here. It is looking pretty bullish in my opinion, but always remember, guys, we could actually come all the way down to test the 200 EMA, which is around the $4,400 area. I don't think it's going to happen. Just for fun, let's look at this as a flagpole, this being a bull flag. The measured move, let's say we broke out this month, the measured move would be about 18,000. That doesn't mean we have one big green candle going straight up there. That will probably take a couple months, but that is the measured move. If we break up out of this, I do believe. Let's look at the weekly. So looking at the weekly, same thing. We have our same thing. We're still in this falling wedge flag type formation. I do believe if we can break the top of this, which if we broke it this week, which that would have to be tonight, which I highly doubt, but it's going to be around the 93.50. Next week, it would move down to around 9,200, which is pretty damn interesting with what we're going to be looking at. So definitely stick around for the whole video. Also, you can see the volumes declining within this formation, which is good, in my opinion. Also, we look at the 200 EMA here, and that's, like I said, around the 4,800, which would align with this trend line here, which all I did was clone the one up top, brought it down to the touches of these wicks here, and that's the worst case scenario, guys. Probably 5,000 actually, because this will rise up by then. That's the worst case scenario in my opinion. I don't believe that's going to happen. Let's look at the RSI. You guys know I love my RSI. So if we look, actually this probably most likely should have been like this. All right. Either way, we have broken out of that, came back down, tested it for support, which also lined up with this red line. I have support from this long support line here where we got support right before our takeoff in 2015. And same thing. It's not to say we don't come back down and retest it, which is possible. But as you can see back in here, we did not. I don't think we're gonna. I'm getting pretty freaking bullish again, guys. And everybody's so bearish thinking that they know that 16,000 has to come. That makes me even more bullish. and I think it's less likely that we're going to see the lower lows. Again, I'm not saying it's impossible. Do your own research, watch other people, come up with your own conclusion. Don't trust just one person on YouTube, even me. All right, so the only thing looking bearish here is the EMAs have crossed over. The 13 and the 8 have crossed down below the 21, and we're coming down towards the 55. I think before these cross, we're most likely going to have this move up, and I'll show you why. Let's go into the daily chart, and the top of this, like I said, around 9,200, and we're going to take a look at some more. Make sure you stick around, and also don't forget to stick around to the end to see if you won the t-shirt. You'll have 24 hours to claim it. So what we're looking at here, let's look at the bearish case here. We're looking at this as a rising wedge, which I no longer believe it is, but the measured move of the break of that, which was right over here, would have been 65.80. And I do want to point out the Fibonacci retracement on this whole move from back here in December all the way to June. If we put a retracement on that, we are still getting supported by the golden pocket zone, which is in between the 0.618 and the 0.65, doing nicely in there. If that is to break, guys, and we break down past this 65.80 range, the next support is the 0.786 Fibonacci, and in my opinion, that would be the last point of support. It would get pretty ugly after that, but that's at the $5,400 range, so that's possible. But guys, it's looking pretty strong here, and I'm going to show you more evidence here in a minute, so make sure you stick around. But yeah, let's also, the 200 EMA on the daily is lining up with that about 8,600 range, which, you know, could be heavy resistance. Let's look at the RSI now. So on the RSI, we had this falling wedge drawn in here, which we popped out of. I do believe that to be bullish. We could see a small move down, guys, to retest this before coming up and testing this bigger trend line here. Also, if you look here, there is a channel forming, a rising channel. Most likely going to come retest the top of that. We've had 4 touches on the top here, 2 touches on the bottom. Most likely we come up here, and if we do hit it again, we'll probably break it. Let's look at the 4 hour. All right, in the 4 hour, as you guys know, I've been talking about this Adam and Eve, and I still believe it to be an Adam and Eve forming here. But again, until we get verification, which would be breaking this, come back down and test the neckline for support and then move up. My target's around the $9,200 zone. I have been talking about this for a few days now. I noticed some other people started talking about it after me. But yeah. Also, if you look here, the 200 EMA is going to line up with that. If we get a move up, which I do believe we're going to be getting, it's going to match up with that 78, around the 7,800 area where this neckline is, 7,850-ish, somewhere in there. But let's go back over here and look at it on this chart. Now, I want to point out a couple more things and a couple more measurements. If you guys watched the live stream yesterday, we were talking about this breaking down, which it did. You know, it could have broke up, we had a measured move, or break down. And a lot of times, so you guys know, on these triangles like this is a descending triangle, but it's more like a fake out. It breaks down, gets everybody to short, and then moves back up. Now we're looking at this trend line here around the 75.57. If we do a measured move of this as a falling channel, the measured move off of that lines up with that 7,800. And remember, that's right around where this neckline is, so it matches up perfectly. A lot of confluence there. Also, the 200 EMA is coming down here, so that makes me believe that we could be shooting up towards that 7,800 at least, guys. There is another measured move I have in here, and that's using this as a falling channel right here with these 2 yellow lines to where we have already broken out over here. And that gets me up to the $8,000 zone, which is old resistance, or old support become new resistance. So we'll see what happens there. I think it's going to be extremely interesting, because if we do pass this, let me draw it in there for you. If we do, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about, the Adam and Eve here. If we are able to break up, we'll probably get resistance about the 8,000 zone, come back down, retest this, if we get support, then we'll continue on up. If not, if this breaks, then obviously we go down from there. But I do see us at least coming up to test this 7,800 zone, guys. Again, this is my opinion. Do your own research. Do not trade off of anybody's suggestions. And that's another thing. If you are interested in learning how to trade or starting to dabble in trading, I suggest you don't use high leverage. But I'll leave a Bybit tutorial up top, and I do have a Bybit link that gives you a $60 bonus for signing up and making a deposit. You can't withdraw that $60, but you can keep the gains off of it. There's also a Prime XBT one down there that gives you a 35% bonus for signing up and making a deposit of any amount. They give you 35%. So, all right, now, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm going to show you Litecoin here in a minute, which is pretty interesting too. I don't normally go into the hourly, but I am going to look at the hourly real quick just to see what's going on. As you can see, I have some trend lines drawn in the hourly too. This looks like a rising wedge, the big picture, and then I have this smaller triangle drawn in here, which is symmetrical. And inside, you can see I had this trend line here that I was watching. We broke down out of, came back down, tested this trend line, which actually could go all the way over here. That's why I love my RSI, guys. It gives you major clues of what's going on. But I believe we'll come up to test this in the RSI, which is going to be around the 75.50 range. If we could break that, next stop's going to be around that 77 range, actually, somewhere in there, right around 77, which would be the top of this trend line here. And if that breaks, which there is more room for move up, you can see how high we went up over here. That will be the big move that I'm talking about. And if we go into Litecoin, I'll do right now, same things forming in Litecoin, guys. Adam and Eve here, the measured move off that. And the neckline on, let me put a target on the neckline there. So the neckline on is around 49.40 is the neckline on Litecoin. And what I wanted to point out here also, you can see this falling channel we have here, the measured move of that to where we've already broken out of it. And I'll zoom in so you can see it. We've already broken out of it here, and we're getting squeezed in between the EMAs here. This is the 55 EMA, and then we have the 8, the 13, and the 21 under it. But if that continues up like I believe it will, because we've already broken out, that gets us right up to that neckline. If we're able to break that neckline, I think that would confirm the Adam and Eve here. If we look at the RSI, same thing. We're about looking like we're trying to break this falling broadening wedge. It's looking bullish, guys. Yeah, it's definitely looking bullish. But the measured move off of the Adam Eve for Litecoin, if we are able to break that 49.41 and can get support off it, we are looking at a target of around 58.24 for Litecoin there. We'll see what happens. It's looking pretty good. We may even come all the way up and test this trend line here off of this old resistance, or old support become new resistance. Anyways, that's what I'm looking at with them. Let's look at the one more thing I wanted to point out on the longs. Everybody's saying the longs are so high, and people try to trade off the longs like that. Let's take a look at the last time the longs were this high. The only problem is in the RSI, the longs are super high. They're up to 90. But if we look here, the last time it was that high was in the end of March. And if you guys remember what happened in the end of March, we'll go over to the daily and we'll pull up March. Mind you, in March, the longs were even higher than they are now. And you can see what happened the end of March. That was right before our big breakout. Guys, I think we could be looking at the same thing again. Definitely a huge possibility. It's looking, you know, like I said, we're up just as high as we were back then. And what'll usually happen, we'll get up to a certain point, then everybody thinks they have to short, and then we get a short squeeze and push us up even higher. That's what I'm looking at. So, all right, we're going to pick the free t-shirt. Don't forget my wife's webpage, inkyyourimage.com. There's a link to that below in the description also. definitely check it out. If you win the t-shirt, you can pick one of these t-shirts, and we'll get it off to you. You'll have 24 hours to claim. Also, she has coffee mugs, beer koozies. These aluminum signs are real cool. Hats. She also has some hoodies, long sleeve shirts, but you have to hit her up in the contact. Also, if you buy anything this week for the first, I think it's like 20 people, we're going to give away a Bitcoin tree ornament or Christmas ornament of some sort. So definitely, if you're interested in getting someone a Christmas gift or whatever, you can put anything you want on any of this stuff. She also has, like I said, keychains, metal bottle openers. She has a lot of cool stuff. Just hit her up in the contact and ask her. But like I said, for this week only, we'll be sending a Bitcoin ornament along with your order. And if you want to order ornaments, let her know what you want. All right, let's get into the t-shirt winner. We're going to pick the video with most views this week, which would be the Adam and Eve video here. Copy link address. Make sure you comment, guys. It really helps push the YouTube algorithm, as in, crypto stuff's not getting a lot of views right now. I think it will be, because I think we're about to pump, but that's my opinion, not yours. All right, loading the comments. Pick a random winner. I can't win. SB, we are last survivors. What's up, Savster? You are the winner. Get a hold of me. And yeah, you can get a hold of me through the email, through Discord if you're in our Discord group. But definitely get a hold of me and we'll talk, get your address, and get your t-shirt out. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave your comment down below for your chance to win next Sunday's free t-shirt giveaway. Thanks for watching. CryptoSavy logo above my head will get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified. I do daily updates every single day and live streams a couple times a week. Also, don't forget to smash the likes, guys. Leave the comments. Take it easy. Have a great day.